Oh, what's going on, guys? It's Trenton here. I get asked more often than not, why don't I just buy my video games online?
Surely the hassle of going out to a brick and mortar store in the hopes of finding the game makes a few easy clicks seem all the more appealing. And though there is some truth to that, I find the thrill of the hunt, of never knowing what game you're going to get to come home with, is all the more enticing to me. Getting to meet friendly faces to talk all things nerd as you peruse a big wall of games is an experience much better than just... But what happens if you don't have easy access to a local video game store, or just don't have the means to get there? It may be that online shopping could be your only option, but that doesn't mean you still don't have a wealth of options to choose from, right? After all, there are tons of avenues to choose from to support the never-ending machine of capitalism, starting with our overlords. Amazon is the world's largest online retailer, home to thousands of large and small businesses looking to ship that creepy little smiley box to your front door.
Oh, my pipe bomb's here.
Amazon is unique to most other retailers in that they allow small-time vendors to apply for and sell their own items through the website, similar to eBay, except they have to follow the same rules as a regular seller would. They've even opened up in recent years to allow used games of varying qualities, allowing for cheaper options for consumers. They've even started allowing retro titles to be sold in recent years with the boom in the retro market caused by
Corona.
Though, if we're being honest, Amazon has to be one of the worst places for retro titles. In most instances, sellers don't have to show pictures or conditions when grading their games, and more often than not, the titles can be drastically higher than where the market stands. Best Buy, Walmart, and Target also sell games online, but not as widely as Amazon does. Since these companies have actual brick and mortar locations, they primarily focus on stock that they'd carry in store to sell online. In that instance, you'd be asking yourself, why not just pop in to buy a game when you pick up your groceries? Well, beside the fact that they make you feel like a prisoner in lockup, it's much simpler to add it to your cart for an online order, or even for a local delivery. But more often than not, these new games online have some kind of great deal going on as far as sales go, rather than in their stores. More often than not, I see sales every week at Best Buy, and Nintendo gives great exclusive sales for most of their games to Target. And for the longest time, Walmart carried their new games for $10 cheaper than the competition. For new games, sure, buying online for an easy delivery is a no-brainer. Just add it to the cart, check out, have patience, and bam! You're playing the newest Call of Duty without the shame of someone seeing you buy it.
Don't look at me! But what about retro games? Well, that's where you gotta turn to.
$46.5, $7.5, $7.5, $47.5. Do it again nowadays.
The world's largest online auction house, eBay is your one-stop stop for comic books, vintage video games, and rare Dorito chips. eBay is unique to most online stores in that they don't have to partner with major retailers, but they allow anyone to sell on the platform.
Without many restrictions, it's a great option for either people cleaning out their attic or people who make a legitimate business out of it. Though the site has its problems, the freedom of anyone being allowed to sell on the platform allows for a lot of options for buyers.
With eBay, you have to post the condition of the item and images to compare it to, so it's up to the buyer to make an informed decision on the game they choose. Though the buyer can list it however much they want, they're more likely to sit on an item if they price it over market value, if they sell it at all. So you will more typically find that games there are either at market value or a little below depending on the seller.
There are multiple options for listings. There's auctions where people can engage in a bidding war, or even get an item at a steal price if there aren't a lot of eyes on it. There's buy it nows where the seller will list an item at a stagnant price, or you can even make offers on an item that the seller can accept to come down on in price.
Think he'll buy it? eBay is one of the best options for online shopping when it comes to affordability, but with everyone being able to sell, anyone can sell. You have to heavily rely on the market at the time, and have to accept sometimes your favorite game isn't going to be up for sale, or may be insanely overpriced due to limited supplies, and eBay's returns for items are not the greatest. Sometimes you can get swindled, and though eBay will penalize a seller, it becomes a bigger hassle to return the game with sellers needing to approve returns, and you have to worry about shipping fees and handling. It's easier to just accept the loss.
Oh, while we're on the topic of auctions, let's talk about a newcomer to the scene.
I'm sure you've heard of Whatnot. They may as well be the new Raycon or Raid Shadow Legends of the scene with how many collection channels I've seen sponsored by them. Whatnot is basically the Twitch of the collector's world where you have to wait for streams in order to buy your games, where anyone can join in, has a minute to bid on whatever item the seller is listing. The premise can be really neat for an interactive audience and a big community to connect to, but the biggest problem with the platform is that there's no support for small vendors.
More often than not, the only sellers pulling in any views or participation in their bids are bigger content creators and established sellers, which makes it a tough market to get into. Now I know what you're thinking. If only the big sellers get views, doesn't that mean that small streams have no one watching them, which makes the games cheaper to buy? In theory, yes. However, follow my train of thought, as it drives off a cliff.
If incoming sellers aren't able to get a foothold in the market due to Whatnot's poor promotion and algorithm, there's not going to be very much incentive for them to keep selling on the platform when they're selling items for less than $5 an item.
Thank you to Submissive and Breedable for buying Silent Hill 2 for $3.
This means that there will naturally be a smaller market to choose from, increasing demand for these items and raising prices on already steeply priced games. I think the idea of Whatnot is really cool, but as a way for new people to come in and be a true seller's market, it has to be more open in promoting and engaging with new sellers.
Auctioning can be tough. Sometimes it's easier to just look for a game, pick it out, and buy it. I wish there was just a good old-fashioned game store that wasn't at GameStop's that sells retro and new titles. If only there were some stores online to do that.
I got a mysterious call. Someone wanted to place what might be our
A
biggest
birthday present for your
retro gaming
boyfriend,
order ever.
Joyce.
You
got our
know what?
N64 wrestling
We're
pack,
super
Alex.
into
Let's grab your
that.
stuff.
The
I'll start
coolest
off.
stuff
You're
is
getting
the
a console you never had before.
Super
Come on,
Game
we go
Store.
this week. Let's pack your order. Mike,
Great
you
job.
got
I'll
it.
grab your
It's
handheld. It's gonna be
back
out
up
here
with
in
two
one
different
hour.
wrestling
Show
games.
you
Show you your advantage at the Wrestling Tour. Let's get up.
Oh boy, where do we begin? DK Oldies is one of the biggest online game store outlets there is. Claiming to be in business for almost 20 years on the website, the company has grown in popularity due to their social media manager Joey, who uploads aggressively through TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
If Vine was still around, they'd be there.
Though the videos are harmless and their employees seem to be friendly, there's a lot of vitriol surrounding the company due to some of their practices. If you thought Amazon was bad for pricing retro games, you need to check out this site. DK Oldies' biggest criticism is their pricing model, which I can't deny is one of the worst I've ever seen. There are hardly any games that are at fair market value, even before the retro boom caused by the year that shall not be named.
Most of the consoles are laughably high in price. The Wii, which rots in game stores for $50, is sold online regularly for $160. Though they often run sales, it's unclear when these sales actually end and if they're mostly just suggested prices than the real ones to make you think you're getting a bargain. Wow, only $35, what a steal! They justify their high prices by their quality and warranty promises, where every game and system is cleaned and tested to the highest quality imaginable. But so do local stores, and they don't charge a kidney for it.
They offer different conditions or different prices, whether it be game only or complete, but their game only copies are still more expensive than average listings on eBay. I don't begrudge DK Oldies for trying to make money. After all, competition is healthy to keep a growing market stable, but overvaluing games so egregiously because companies like GameStop doesn't carry them leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
I think what cemented DK Oldies' reputation for me is this bundle here for the Nintendo 64. $209.99 regularly for a $100 system. The only upside to it is that it comes with 2 controllers and... Wait a second. It's not even original controllers. You're charging $200 for a $100 system with knockoff controllers? And you have the audacity to charge $60 for 2 Nintendo brand controllers? At this rate, I might as well just buy some lot off of Facebook. I could get it for $50 with cheap knockoff controllers. Hell, maybe they'll even throw in some of those $80 games you guys are selling on your website. DK Oldies, do you have no shame? If I ever see another video game YouTube store channel, it'll be too soon.
Double Jump Video Games is an actual video game store, located in Vancouver, Washington. They got some notoriety with their daily vlogs and shorts about the everyday life of what it takes to run a video game store. Full of some fun employees, it's co-owned by Cooper and Abby, though most of the videos are made by Cooper. Besides being a brick and mortar location, they also own their own website, which has recently had a remodel. It's actually one of the best websites I've seen for any of this. Actually, it is the best. Everything is concise, divided into different categories and subcategories to make shopping the easiest, with different pricing for condition and if a game is complete or loose.
And hey, would you look at that? Games for fair market value.
They actually keep plenty of stock, where everything they have in store is available online as well. See something in a video you like? Add it to the cart.
The only criticism I can offer is that the website doesn't sell consoles, but they address that themselves, and that if they sell it on the website as well, they would never keep consoles in stock because they sell out so quickly in store, which is fair. This is an honest-to-goodness local game store brought to digital life. This is what I want for the future of online gaming shopping to be. Healthy inventory, fair prices, and easy shopping.
If there were more storefronts like Double Jump online, I wouldn't mind doing more shopping online. A small business with great friendly people running the show, it's part of the reason why I shop locally. Getting to know the people behind the counter, helping someone personally and not lining a corporation's bottom line is a great feeling when you shop locally, even making a friend out of them. Shopping online can seem ideal in some instances, but it will never beat shopping at my local video game stores.
One GameCube game, please.
That'll be $600.
Amazon's unique to most other sellers in that I can't read that. One GameCube game, please. No. Check out my nuts. Bro.
Yep, go on.
Cat. Amazon's unique to most other online. I still can't read my lines. Oh, this is fake as shit, right? Look at this. This fake as shit. New N64 Donkey Kong cartridge. It's gonna be fake as shit, right? I gotta read the reviews on this. Are you still recording?
Yeah, I'm still recording, yeah.
Oh. This is a brand new cartridge. That's not what that means, but okay. Where's the review?
Wait, go back up, go to the title. The Legend of Don Key
Ong.
There's no review.
There's no reviews. Okay, who is this person selling? Who's the seller?